Hopefully you all enjoyed the long weekend, but it's time to get back to work now. So getting into our morning prep here, coming into a shortened week. We talked about last week how the difference between what was happening in that slow grind, compared to the previous slow grinds we've had at our all-time high, was the fact that value continued to find itself in a higher price point. So value was moving higher with price. Of course, price will always move faster than value. It's a very important concept to understand. Price will chase, value higher or lower based on its price, based on the move of price action, and value itself will be developing rather, either higher or lower. So value continued to build higher, and then we kind of had a bit of a blow off into the weekend, July 4th. That happens so often. I think it happened last year, a year before, as far as very bullish into, July 4th weekend. So coming into today, one thing I am aware of on the ES here is quite simply that, whenever you have two back-to-back sessions of Globex trade without a pit session, now I know we traded whatever half day or something tomorrow. Hopefully nobody even woke up for that, but it can be a bit tricky early on because there's a lot of inventory that's in here that could potentially be offside one way or the other, and it can be corrected rather quickly in the pit session. But I think coming into today, let me just move up my all-time high here. I think we had nothing but balance, right? We had two Globex sessions. They really just balanced out. If you were looking for kind of, the auction process itself, you had the trend day Friday. That's your first auction. Second auction was the pullback in the Globex session. Third auction was this run back up to our current all-time high. And now, we're in that fourth auction on the way down. So looking at it from that standpoint, the market itself has found balance here. So really, I'm just going to be paying attention to 29 to 32 area early on in the ES. If we can hold that level, if we can pull back into that, hold it, find support, I want to be long. If we sweep that level, if we open, and liquidate through it fairly quickly, I think 4,300 is a good early target. Obviously, 4,307 is what I have marked, with 4,300 being the big number, and then down towards that 4,290 area. So how we develop and how we play off of this 29 to 32 range in the ES will pretty much, guide me as far as where I want to be in the market, whether long or short. So that's the ES. Do I think it's tradable? I think it's setting up to be tradable today. I think, Friday potentially could have been a bit of a blow off. A fine little nuance that I found in the ES and something I'd like to monitor for is, we've had these attempted spike hires, right? We've spike to higher prices late in the day. So on the 30th, we had an attempted spike, which didn't, actively work. It did spike higher, but it pulled all the way back prior to end opening. Again, you had a failed attempt on the first, not quite as aggressive. And then Friday on the second, another attempt that did not, produce that same kind of excited, aggressive move. So I kind of look for the same thing with these failed spikes as I do, with the potential of poor references to start build. And that's just looking for, the possibility that maybe the Momo buyers are getting themselves a little tired once again. Now, here's the most important factor, right, is when we look at the day time frame, you look at your daily, whether you're looking at the bar chart or the profile chart, you're in a trend up, all right? You're in a trend up. Now, when you get a day time frame that looks like this, which is different than this, that's what makes me start to think potentially there was a blow off there. Potentially we get another blow off day today. But the first change comes, in my opinion, from that 29 to 32 area. If we can trade below that, I think the market has potential to liquidate and stop on time framing, and get through what would be a fairly strong firecracker down to its 21-day moving average. Again, that's for your ES, right? Let's take a look at R2I. I still believe R2I to be the best trading vehicle right now. I still think based on where it is, it's the best trading vehicle. Quite simply, the market has been stuck between two references that I've developed or I've seen in the market. This 37 to 33 area being resistance above us, in 83 to 85 area is being support. I don't want to trade in between. It's as simple as that. If the market pulls down into 83, 85, I want to monitor, observe, see how we're going to respond. If the market finds a bid, I want to get long. If the market slices through, I want to get short. Likewise, for my 2733 area, same idea. If it gets up there, I want to observe that level. I want to monitor that level. If it breaks above, I want to find the retest to get long. If it tests it and fails it, I want to see that failed retest to get short. Where the market's trading right now is no man's zone. It's an area to get chopped up, and it's probably very, very poor area to want to be involved. So I believe it's the best trading vehicle. I believe it's the worst trade setups for today. I think, if we get down into our support or if we get up into our resistance, then it changes and we have a stronger opportunity to get in on that market. Now let's take a look at NQ. So NQ, I put this box on last night when I was doing some homework here. This box just represents an area of breakout, right? So F period was an inside bar to E. So as you watch this, down here on the second, you had what was a small time 45 building, which is just showing, early shorts got themselves caught offside, especially on a holiday weekend, especially on the July 4th holiday weekend, which is, commonly quite bullish. And then you went into an inside bar. So G is your break from that temporary balance. And that's the break. These late buyers up here, the GHIJKLMM buyers, that is your initial support. That's where they're going to try and hold the market. So I marked that last night. And then, of course, you had some weird action in I period and Globex, but they found support there. So again, same idea as ES and R2Y. We're at the all-time high. We're finding balance above that level. I just ideally want to see how we're going to respond in that level. Hold it. I want to be long with support. Fail below it, I want to look for the retest and be short with it as possibly being retaken as resistance. So it's as simple as that. Any short to the downside, I think you can comfortably target the 14,568 to 14,580 area. I think that's a comfortable hold if you were getting short from that 656 to 672 level. And if it breaks through there, I think you have another strong hold down to 460 to 468 range. So NQ is an interesting market. I think it's going to set up the first trade of the day. So that's kind of what I'll be monitoring for. I have a real hard time of buying NQ up here. So I probably won't even be looking to get long if the market doesn't come down and retest that as support. It would probably be more of a watching day. So that's where I'm at coming into the week. Like I said, when you have these back-to-back Globex sessions, sometimes the first half hour, the first hour of the day can be a little bit tricky. So very important to monitor your sectors, very important to monitor your volume. Let volume guide you on what is happening. Remember, volume will measure the move, right? Volume will tell us whether moving higher is possible or if we've gone high enough and somebody's going to start selling into it. Volume will lead the way, all right? That being said, if you're ever interested, www.tradeuptradingroom.com. Come check us out. If not, subscribe to the YouTube. Have yourself a great trading day.